I am here, and I am speaking to you now. 2 minutes is the window I have pressed into your spirit so that you will not drift away from what I am saying. Archangel Michael is standing on your threshold with the sword of light unsheathed. Open this with your whole heart and do not skip a line, because this is for you alone. Your soul has called for help, and I am answering. I have watched you carry questions you never voice. I have seen the tremor behind your smile, the way you measure the room before you exhale, the way you shrink yourself so others feel taller. You have been loyal in small things when no one was watching, and heaven has kept a faithful record of it. Tonight, on this very night, I interrupt the usual noise around you. I break in like dawn through closed curtains. I am bringing separation between what is for you and what is against you, and you will feel the division in your bones. Hear me, I did not design you for fear. I did not wire you for confusion. I did not anoint you to be used, handled, and discarded. Your worth is not a bargaining chip on someone else's table. You are a house I live in. You are a vineyard I planted. You are a gate I guard. When something aims to enter my house to spoil what is mine, I do not remain quiet, I rise. There is a scheme that has brushed the edges of your days, disguising itself as concern, as charm, as familiarity. It studies your patterns and praises your strengths while tugging at your weak places. It shows up when you are tired or alone. It knocks with soft hands and pressing needs. It collects tiny pieces of your life like keys on a ring, and then it jingles them to see which door will open. It is not love. It is not wisdom. It is not me. I am uncovering it now. Listen carefully to what I say next. Because I refuse to bear false witness or set your heart on fire with lies, I will not put a mortal's name into your ears. I do not slander, and I will not turn you into an accuser without evidence. Instead, I will lay before you signs that cannot be faked, patterns that expose without theatrics, and guardrails that keep you safe. When these signs gather, you will know. When these patterns converge, the mask will slide. This is my mercy, it protects your dignity and it keeps you clean while you walk out of what is unclean. Here are the signs I am giving you. The first is urgency without clarity. Notice who always has an emergency that becomes your problem at the last minute. Notice who needs your password, your phone, your documents, your time, and who pressures you to decide before you have prayed, read, or rested. The second is mirroring without growth. Notice who echoes your language and even your pain but makes no changes in their own life, and resents the boundaries that make you healthier. The third is isolation by sweetness. Notice who compliments you lavishly in private while quietly sowing doubt about your other relationships, your mentors, your friends, or your family. The fourth is access without accountability. Notice who seeks a key to your house, your schedule, your accounts, your location, your routine, but hides their own, and grows irritable when you ask questions. The fifth is triangulation by confession. Notice who tells you other people's secrets to win your trust, for those who traffic the secrets of others will surely traffic yours. You already carry a few memories that pricked you and then were stuffed into the back drawer of your mind. Bring them out into the light now. Remember the unexpected call that only came after you hinted at a breakthrough. Remember the sudden affection that cooled when you said, "Not yet." Remember the accidental brush against your private data. Remember the words that sounded like a rescue but left you more dependent. I am not accusing you for missing these earlier. I am honoring you now for seeing them at last. This is what I will do for you in the next 2 minutes as you read. I will steady your breathing. I will quiet the tremor in your chest. I will wrap your mind in a clarity that feels like cool water poured over your crown. A picture will visit you, perhaps a color, a first letter, or a place where the pressure always spikes, and you will understand the pattern. Do not chase the picture, receive it. Do not force my voice, let it land. What I begin in these 2 minutes I will confirm within 3 days by 2 or 3 witnesses, a conversation you did not expect, a message that reveals more than it intends, and a small providence that arrives like a bell you cannot unhear. I am appointing you simple protections that look ordinary but carry the weight of angels. Change the lock on any door that too many hands have handled. Put a passcode you alone know on the devices that steer your life. Add two-factor protection to what holds your home, your finances, your identity. Remove apps you do not use and permissions you do not remember granting. Turn off location sharing except with those who have proven care with action over time. Check your bank and wallet for small, test, withdrawals and unfamiliar devices. If you see them, freeze them and inform your institution at once. Keep a paper record, dates, times, places, what was said, so you do not gaslight yourself when the fog tries to return. You are not paranoid, you are prudent. Prudence is worship when it guards what I entrusted to you. If the pressure you feel today crosses into danger, if you ever sense that your safety or the safety of those you love is immediately at risk, step into the light and ask for help without shame. Call those who protect. Speak to those who are tasked to keep order. There is no loss of faith in seeking lawful help, there is wisdom. I did not put you alone on the earth, and I never asked you to fight a pack by yourself. I send angels, and I also send people. Receive both. Now listen to what your enemy fears most. It is not your money, not your beauty, not your talent, not your network. Your enemy fears your decisiveness aligned with my voice. Your enemy fears the day you stop apologizing for existing and start occupying the place I gave you. Your enemy fears your clean no, your enemy fears your steady yes. When you say no to what drains and yes to what builds, you make a sound in the spirit like iron doors swinging shut. Tonight, let that sound be heard. I am restoring the dignity of your boundaries. The boundary around your rest is holy. The boundary around your calling is holy. The boundary around your body is holy. Anyone who mocks those boundaries mocks me, and I do not sit comfortably with mockers. Watch how the room changes when you speak plainly. Watch how the atmosphere shifts when you say, "That won't work for me." Watch how certain friends suddenly discover other rooms to be in. Let them go. You are not unkind for closing the gate of your own garden. A garden without a gate is a field. You are not a field. You are my garden. Archangel Michael stands beside you now. He is not a metaphor to soothe you, he is a captain set at your door. He handles what is too heavy for your hands. He cuts what is knotting you. He guards your sleep and marks the threshold of your house. Even as you read, he has already intervened in a conversation that would have bent your day, and turned it toward a better hour you could not have predicted. Do not entertain what I have removed. Do not reopen what I have sealed. What leaves now leaves because it cannot live at your new altitude. I am also bringing you good news in the same breath as this warning. The blessing coming toward you is not a bribe to keep you quiet, it is a reward for the seasons you labored without applause. Expect simple favor first, a quick yes that used to take months, an apology you gave up on receiving, a small sum owed to you returning, a door you knocked on once that swings open of its own accord. Expect a creative idea to finish what has lingered half-built. Expect joy to return to ordinary tasks where you had only been enduring. The sign that this is me will be peace that does not need a performance to sustain it. There is someone set apart for your good. You will know them by patience, not pressure, by steady effort, not swelling words, by questions that make room for your whole story, not questions that harvest your weaknesses. They will not hurry you with a countdown clock that fogs your mind. They will not make you feel smaller so they can feel large. Their presence will give my peace the air it needs. Do not measure them by how loudly they declare loyalty, measure them by how consistently they practice it. Walk with me through a small act now. Put your hand on your heart and breathe. Whisper this, I belong to the one who loves me. Again. Let the sentence settle in. Now, picture your home. See light moving room to room like the morning, kitchen, hallway, bedroom, threshold. Every place your foot touches, I claim. Every place your tears fell, I redeem. Every place your laughter will return, I bless. I make crooked things straight and low places rise on your behalf. You have wondered if you are too sensitive, too dramatic, too needy. You are not too much, you are exact. Your discernment is not a flaw, it is a gift. It misfires when it is starved and mocked, but when fed by truth and rest, it sings. Feed it. Sleep without guilt. Eat good food. Step into sunlight. Keep a small journal by your bed and write what surfaces upon waking. The night watches will deliver you the missing thread, and you will catch it on paper before the day scatters it. Do not despise how ordinary these instructions sound. Heaven hides power in simple obedience. In the next 3 days, you will receive 3 small confirmations. The first will be a phrase repeated by 2 different mouths, a phrase that answers a prayer you did not share. The second will be a delay that saves you, a minor inconvenience that keeps you from a greater one. Bless the delay when it arrives. The third will be an old photograph or object resurfacing, and when it does, you will remember who you were before fear taught you to fold. None of these are coincidence. They are anchors I am lowering so your boat does not drift. There will be a test as well, and I tell you now so you do not faint. The test will come as an invitation to return to what I am delivering you from. It will arrive coated in apology, in nostalgia, in one last time. It will appeal to your compassion and to your curiosity. It will ask you to ignore what your body knows and what your spirit learned. When this invitation comes, speak out loud, even if you are alone. No. I am with the one who loves me. Then step toward whatever builds your life, your craft, your study, your work, your prayer, your people. Heaven will record the sound of your no as worship. I am healing how you talk to yourself. No more rehearsed defeat. No more borrowed dread. No more sentences that begin with, I always mess up, or this is just who I am. If you must rehearse something, rehearse this, I am learning. I am protected. I am guided. I am not late. Say it softly and often until your inner room learns the new acoustics. Your mind is a house, open the windows. Let my wind move through it until stale air goes and the curtains lift like wings. I release over you now a blessing that fastens to practical steps. Favor for paperwork. Grace for deadlines. Ideas that come while you wash, walk, or wait. Courage to ask for what is fair without apologizing for needing it. The right counselor at the right time. A timely friend whose call cuts through the worst hour of the afternoon. A mentor who adds clarity without taking ownership of what is yours. This is the tapestry I am weaving while I remove what has stalked your peace. Do not fear the sound of doors closing. A closing door is not a curse, it is a compass. It turns you toward the openings I arranged ahead of you. You are not losing your future, you are losing the dead weight that kept your future from breathing. Even the grief you feel for what you hoped would work is holy to me. I sit with you in it. I do not rush you. I hold your hand until the ache passes from sharp to soft, and then from soft to story, and then from story to song. You will sing again. Take this seriously, delete the messages that keep re-agitating the wound. Archive what drains you. Silence what hurls you back into chaos. Tidy the small spaces on your desk and nightstand as an act of defiance against disorder. Light a small candle or switch on a gentle lamp in the evening and let it be a marker. Here, peace lives. Here, we do not rehearse fear. Here, we do not host the voice that calls itself urgent but never brings life. I am not teasing you with freedom, I am delivering you into it. I am not dangling a blessing, I am placing it in your hands. I am not hinting at protection, I am surrounding you with it, like a ring of fire that warms you and warns whatever would draw near with wrong intent. I am not asking you to perform purity, I am giving you a clean heart and a right spirit so that purity becomes your natural climate again. Even now, you feel the air change. When the question rises, but what if I am wrong about them? Anchor yourself to process, not panic. Do the next wise thing. Ask for time. Invite a third pair of eyes. Put decisions in writing with dates. Do not make promises you cannot keep or keep promises you never made. I will not let truth hide forever, it always wants to be known. If a person is good fruit, time will ripen their goodness. If a person is bad fruit, time will reveal the bruise. You are allowed to wait and see. Now receive this charge. Walk your rooms and bless them, even quietly. Thank your body for carrying you. Forgive yourself for not seeing sooner. Forgive those who could not protect what they did not understand. And if someone's choices have crossed the line of safety, act without shame to protect yourself. This is not betrayal, this is stewardship. I made you to live, not to constantly brace for impact. Step out of the brace. I seal this with peace. The agitation that kept you scrolling for a sentence to soothe you is breaking now. The sentence is not what saves you, my presence does. Keep this open if you need to read it again tomorrow morning. Each time, something new will rise like a small island from the sea, a word, an instruction, a comfort, and you will stand there a little longer. By the close of the week, you will notice the island has connected to shore. You will not be drifting. You will be home. Do not skip this last thing. Place your hand on your head and say, I am covered. Place your hand over your heart and say, I am kept. Stretch your hand toward your door and say, my going out and my coming in are guarded. Archangel Michael remains on watch. The angels assigned to you do not grow tired, and neither do I. What aimed to harm you has been exposed in its pattern. What is meant to bless you has been released on schedule. You are not late. You are not alone. You are mine. I am with you now. I do not arrive late, and I do not misplace the hour that is carved for your rescue. Hear me, there are 2 minutes left in the old pattern that tried to keep you small, and my angel is at your door. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. It's an emergency. I will not frighten you, but I will awaken you. I will not shame you, but I will separate you from the shadow that has been feeding on your trust. This message is for you, and I am speaking directly, without noise, without delay, without anybody standing between your heart and my voice. You have felt it, a tug at the edges of your peace, a subtle hand rearranging your hours, a strange chill when you place your kindness in the wrong hands. You kept saying, maybe I'm imagining it, and then you gave more, and then you waited longer, and then you quieted your own alarm because you were taught that love means never questioning, never guarding, never drawing a line. But I say to you now, love and wisdom walk together. Mercy and clarity belong to one another. I have given you a warm heart, not a door without a lock. 2 minutes, that is how close the turn is. 2 minutes, that is how near the shift is that will put your feet on the higher path. Michael stands watch, sword lifted not to harm but to cut the ropes that you did not tie yourself. Open immediately, open not your door to every voice, but your eyes to what I am showing. The identity that threatens you has tried to hide behind softness, behind ordinary gestures, behind familiar greetings and borrowed language. It learned your weather and dressed to match it. But it cannot stand the light. And I am bringing the light. You want me to say the name, to write it in the sky, to hand you syllables and letters that you can hold against a face. Hear me with care, I do not expose people for sport, and I do not teach you to accuse. I reveal spirits, patterns, and postures so that you can watch fruit, test motive, and keep your peace intact. The name is not a single face, for the face has shifted more than once. The true name is the force moving through those faces, the place where flattery disguises hunger, where closeness imitates care while harvesting your time and your favor. Its name is Pretender. Its other name is Drainer. Its older name is Envy. And it always reveals itself by a trail, promises that never quite return value, stories that multiply when simple truth would do, a restlessness when you succeed, and an urgency to be present when you are about to receive. I am not calling you to paranoia, I am calling you to pattern recognition. Look at the map of your last months. Mark the moments you felt most alive, and circle the moments that immediately followed, when someone tugged you into confusion. The pattern repeats. When you prepare to rise, the pretender calls. When you set boundaries, the drainer remembers a crisis. When you celebrate, envy compliments you so that it can be near, not so that it can defend you. Watch the fruit. Test the pattern. Compare the timing. You already know more than you think you know. I have seen the nights you rehearsed conversations in your mind and then chose silence because peace felt safer than truth. I honor your gentleness, I gave it to you. I will not ask you to become a storm, I will teach you to build a shelter. Your next step is dignified clarity. No performance, no accusation, no staged farewell. Clarity. Speak only what is true and necessary. Withdraw what is being misused, your energy poured into voids, your hours spent on circular explanations, your resources given without witness or wisdom. Do not explain your boundaries to those committed to misunderstanding. The ones who are for you will feel relief when you choose alignment. The ones who were feeding will feel hunger when you close the door, and that hunger will call itself love to get back in. Know the difference. Michael is at your threshold. He says, open immediately. Not your door to the pretender, but your journal, your calendar, your hands, so that what does not belong can be named by its fruit and placed outside the edges of your day. This is an emergency only because your destiny is timely, and delay has grown expensive. You are needed awake. You are needed whole. There are appointments aligned for you that waste cannot attend. Your voice will be asked to speak in rooms where your silence used to serve you. Your skill will be invited where your invisibility once kept you safe. I will not drag your old shadows into those rooms. I am helping you travel light. You have feared that telling the truth about what exhausts you will make you look unkind. I am the one who makes kindness powerful. I am the one who joins tenderness with spine. Your no is righteous when it protects your calling. Your no is worship when it preserves what I asked you to steward. You are not rejecting people, you are rejecting a posture that refuses to be truthful. When a storm rises in someone else because you put a boundary down, do not mistake their thunder for my displeasure. Mine is the quiet authority that says, peace. Be still. And the sea obeys. I am not finished with the one who wore the mask. I am also their God, and I know where their wound began. I know why they learned to borrow your light instead of building their own. I will handle the part that belongs to me, conviction without humiliation, mercy without indulgence, truth without spectacle. Do not become judge, jury, or reporter. Become a witness of your own transformation. The identity of the harm is not a headline, it is a revelation that frees your schedule, clears your mind, and restores your joy. Let me be the one who holds the gavel, you hold the key to your door. Now I speak to the fatigue that has been living in your shoulders. Come down. Release. Leave. I speak to the knot behind your ribs where worry sits like a stone. Melt, soften, flow out. I speak to the habit of bracing for the next disappointment. Stand down. I am changing the expectation in your nervous system from threat to promise, from scarcity to supply. As you separate from what drains you, you will taste how quickly joy returns. Joy is not far, it has been waiting just outside the noise. This is not only about protection, it is about promotion. The next 2 months hold assignments that match the size of your prayer. You asked for doors, I am giving you doors. But doors require hands that are not overoccupied. If you spend your strength proving your worthiness to those committed to forgetting it, you will have little left for the rooms that already honor it. You are not required to keep convincing someone who benefits from your doubt. The rooms I open will invite you to bring your certainty. Practice now, answer opportunities with a steady yes and leeches with silence. You are worried that if you step back, you will be alone. Listen, I am filling your circle with those who love without ledger. You will notice a quiet rise of dependable voices, fewer fireworks, more faithfulness. They will not compete with your light, they will add lamps of their own. They will not borrow your words to wear as costumes, they will contribute their craft, their prayer, their laughter, and their correction without envy. I am arranging divine friendships that make rest natural, not rare. I also address your provision. What was siphoned will be replaced with interest, not because you are owed by people, but because you are loved by me. I am teaching you channels that do not rely on flattery or fragile approval. Expect unexpected refunds, restored opportunities, and a clarity that makes you say no to deals that taste sweet but cost your peace. I sharpen your discernment now. If an offer requires you to dim your design, decline. If a path celebrates your integrity, advance. You will not miss what you refuse for righteousness' sake. I will reissue it upgraded.